I guess Indian gurus have been in vogue over recent years in the West. The Beatles introduced us to the Maharishi. The Orange people blindly followed the Bhagwan. But there have been others far more credible and far more respectable. My next guest is a Bombay lady whose following is growing around the world. She says that, that you have the power to deal positively with every problem, from con men to cancer. All you have to do is know how to tap into it, to tap into that power. Would you please welcome the lady acclaimed as India's greatest living saint, the mother of Sahaja Yoga, Sri Mataji. Welcome. I know it's welcome to Australia. I know that it's very difficult for you, for anyone to sum up one's religion, but is it possible to say what is Sahaja Yoga?
Sahaja. Saha means with, Ja is born with you. This is born with you. Within us is the power which can give us the status of a spirit. We are not yet the spirit. We are at a human level, and in the evolutionary process we have to now have the breakthrough to become the spirit. That's very essential and is absolutely eventually the all possible natural thing that has to happen. It should happen to all of us, and the time has come for you to get to that position where you become the spirit. All the religions have talked about it and told about it, but people have gone wrong in believing that artificially, if you say that you are baptized or you have become a Brahmin or you have become a Peer, that you have become the spirit. It's not that. It's a happening that has to take place within ourselves, which is a living process, absolutely living process of the living divine force within ourselves.
How does this, we've heard of lots of yogas, how does this differ from other Indian yogas?
Other yogas were practiced mostly after getting realization, but as it has come from some half-baked people, it is in a very funny way that people follow it as if they have to take all the medicines together, and they don't know any discrimination about it. Unless and until you make this force rise within you, you will not know what type of attention is needed and what type of physical exercise is needed. Indiscriminately, people do physical exercises getting into troubles.
Now, you speak of the force. Is it possible to say what this, where does this force emanate from?
This force is a residual power in our triangular bone called as sacrum.
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 Okay.
Now, the sacrum is word comes from Greece, and that means Greek people knew this was a sacred bone. It rises from there, passes through our 6 centers, piercing through our fontanelle bone area, and you get the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost coming out of our head.
That's what Christians refer to as it?
Yes. I mean, Holy Ghost, what is the Holy Ghost? Nobody can explain, but Holy Ghost is very simple to understand. This is the reflection of the Holy Ghost within us. Holy Ghost is the desire of God. God himself watches the working of the desire, and the desire is that we all should become the spirit. And this desire is reflected in our triangular bone in 3.5 coils.
Is this the central nervous system?
No, it is in the triangular bone. It is force, this is the fourth force within us. You see,
okay.
We have sympathetic nervous system, left and right, and we have got autonomous, that is an autonomous nervous system, and parasympathetic, and we have also central nervous system. Now, this is the system which is not yet working. It is still in the triangular bone. When it rises, it gives you a new dimension of the spirit. Means the light of the spirit comes in our attention. In that case, what happens is very simple to understand, that at human level we are not in the absolute state, not in the absolute state. That's why there's a chaos. Supposing I'm holding a snake in my hand, you see, and there's no light. Somebody tells me that there's a snake, I will not throw it away. I would not like to listen to anybody's advice about it. But if there's a light, I'll throw it away. In the same way, when you become the spirit, the light of the spirit guides you. You become your own master, you become your own guru. You don't have to have any guru for that. This piercing of the fontanelle bone by the Kundalini gives you the power of the spirit.
But we'll demonstrate it later, or at least we'll give you a chance to demonstrate later, but you're talking about a physical power, a spirit that comes out of the top of your head.
No, it's an energy.
An energy, all right.
It's an energy which comes out of your fontanelle bone area, touching the spirit. But the spirit actually resides in the heart. But the main seat of the heart is here in the fontanelle bone area. And it pierces through. When it pierces through, actually it should pierce. It's not just I say I baptize you. It's not like that. It has to pierce through that, and you have to feel the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost on top of your head.
Is it there now?
Yes, it's there.
Can I feel it?
I don't know if you'll feel it or not, because you'll have to have that sensitivity. Now, you see, all around, also that all-pervading power is there, which makes everything vibrate. But this energy can be felt only when you have got that realization. Then what happens that all your centers on your fingertips become sensitives. And you can feel, this is written in the Quran, that your hands will speak when you will get to your resurrection.
Yes.
This is a resurrection.
But Mataji, you must know, you must realise, I mentioned the Maharishi and I mentioned the Bhagwan and so on. You must live with the skeptics and the doubters because
Of course, I'm living with them all the time.
The con men who've come,
Yeah.
before you.
Yes. Now, firstly, you see, the great mistake we commit as far as going to gurus or to anything that is religious is that you cannot pay for God. You see, it's a living process of a living God. Now, supposing you want to sprout a seed, how much money do you pay to the Mother Earth? It's a very simple thing, but people don't understand. They think that they can purchase everything. You cannot purchase God. A simple method, if you apply to all of them, they will all run away.
Yes. Now, again, I read that that this spirit, this power you speak of, can deal with, as I said, I mentioned the con men, but can deal with cancer, can
Yes.
deal with AIDS.
Yes.
I've had some Australians talk about their children being heroin addicts and eliminating heroin
Of course it
with
can.
this power.
It does. Because, see, I'll show you now. This is the center. We can say this is the medulla oblongata, or we can say this is through which the central canal is passing. Now, the center is inside here. Now, when we are in the imbalance, say we go too much towards the left side, means we become too emotional or do all kinds of wrong, nonsensical conditioning. Then, or if we go too much to the right in ego and all that, you see, then we break this. Once we break this, what happens? That the center becomes constricted and the energy becomes constricted. Slowly it breaks the relationship with the head for the whole, and it becomes malignant. When it becomes malignant, it starts overpowering other cells, and that's how cancer sets in. Now, when the Kundalini rises, what she does, she enlightens this center here, first of all. She brings it back normal, and then she goes up there, pierces through, by which she does one great thing, is to make you in contact with the all-pervading power. And once that power starts flowing through you, you don't have to worry. You become absolutely peaceful. All your troubles are over. Practically most of the troubles can be over once you are a spirit.
All right. Well, it's very difficult to understand and understand it cold as I'm doing now. You've offered to give a demonstration with our audience.
Yes, I think I'll try, but
Would
it's
you
a
like?
very short time, and they are all in a hurry, I think, to catch the buses or something.
No, they've got tons of time.
All right.
Tons of time.
Let's see. Now, you just put your hands towards me, just like this. And put your right hand on your heart. And say with full faith in yourself that you are the spirit. That's in your heart you have to say, Mother, I am the spirit. Because they call me Mother, or you can call me Sri Mataji. I am the spirit. Please say it 3 times with full confidence in yourself.
I am the spirit. I am the spirit.
Now, put the right hand towards me and see on top of your head if you are getting a cool breeze coming out of your head. Yeah. Just here. On top of. Little. Some people get it that high. Watch me without thinking. Watch me without thinking. Put your right hand towards right hand towards me. Right hand towards me and left hand on top of your legs. Right hand, I am saying right hand towards me. You are doing all wrong. Oh my God. Now see. Is it all right? Are you getting the cool breeze in your head?
Say yes if you are.
Yes, yes, yes. I can see your eyes will start glistening. You see, there will be a light in your eyes. Now, are you thinking now? Just watch me without thinking. Let's see. Can you do that? Watch me without thinking. Can you do that? You can. You cannot do that otherwise. You see, so you have gone beyond thought. Now just feel it. Are you feeling it in the hand also? Just let's see if you are feeling in the...
hands up those who felt something.
Put up all your hands, all of those who have felt it. Don't both the hands, I would like to see. Both the hands.
Yeah, don't be shy. I mean,
Yes, so many of them you have got it.
now we have some of your followers here, obviously, who are
Who else?
closer to it.
All right, let's
But
see.
up here we had...
Those who have felt in the head, just put your hands up. Let's see. Surprising, the audience seems to be... Yesterday we had 1,500 people downstairs and about 500 people upstairs. And most of them got realization.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, in fact, we should have said, in the past when you've done it in Britain and so on, you've actually, through radio and television, you've told people at
Yes,
home to
in
do the
Hong
same.
Kong, I did it, Hong Kong. Not in...
Oh.
Yes, Hong Kong people are very sensitive. They're very sensitive people, Hong Kong. Perhaps they're in trouble now because they have to go away and all that. Maybe that is it.
People
So-
who are in need are more sensitive, are they?
I think so, because they then hanker after God, you see, otherwise they think we are all right, what to care for God, you see, who is God after all? So it happens. But it should happen to so many. I'm surprised they haven't got it. Let's see again, how many have got it? Let's see, put your hands up, but let's see, just see. They are reluctant even to put the hand to see, you see. No, just see on your hand.
I've been distracted, actually. I mean, I'm not a fair test of this because I've been watching things happening around the studio.
Yes, that's it, and they are you feeling it? No? None of you? I think something wrong. I can feel the breeze is coming from them. I can feel it. Some of them do feeling it. You see, those who are really feeling should not feel ashamed and just say, yes, they are feeling. That's the best. Okay. Can you raise your hands now? Let's see. These are all my disciples, I think. Yeah, surprised.
Yes, all right.
Otherwise, Australians are very good.
Are they?
Say.
We're
They
very
are the
receptive,
best,
are we?
Jogis. They are the best people. They are very innocent, and they get their realization very fast. They stick on to it, and they have done wonders. They have done wonders.
I should make the point that I saw one of your advertisements in one of the papers today, and you, I think there is a meeting tonight at the State Theatre in Sydney, but there is no fee charge. You're not in the...
Of course not.
You're not charging. You're not
No, not at all.
into rounding up money.
No.
No, I should make... All right, we thank you for your time. You're staying
Thank
another
you.
week or so in Australia.
Yes.
You've been to other states, and you're now doing Sydney
Yes.
with the group.
I'll be going to Melbourne.
Sydney and Melbourne and then to New Zealand.
And to New Zealand also.
All right, we thank you. I'm sure if
Thank you
you'd
very
like to
much.
see Natasha, you could check your local newspapers and find where she's meeting people. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
indeed.
Thank you.
Please thank Natasha. Please stay. After this break, we meet an amazing miracle mum and her family. That's coming up next.